All right, checking. Now, do we have voice? Great. All right, my configuration was messed up here. So let me welcome you guys again for TA Talk every week. A TA Talk that we go over everything that you guys want to ask me, and also we take a look at the macro market. So guys, TA Talk, exactly. So, guys, welcome. And by the way, if you're not part of the premium community, go check out the links that we have for you there. Basically, we have a $1 trial already going on, so it could be the perfect opportunity to take a look at all that we have to offer. Nonetheless, we also provide a ton of free indicators, and most recently, this TA Talk free for all. So, guys, welcome to today's CX Talk. I would love to hear you out, guys, and start by shouting you guys. So, welcome, Brownie. What's up? Arsenian. What's up? Long time no see. Retail. What's up? Non-lethal. As always, a pleasure. Farayat. What's up, buddy? Hopefully, you had a chance to take a look at the pre-recorded classes, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be taking special care on any questions that you may have. Yeah, boy, what's up? Welcome, Lex G. What's up, brother? Welcome back, Tobias. What's up, brother? Welcome back, Ninja MJ. As always, lots of heart there. Jakey, never missing class, so welcome back. 01 Way, what's up? Long time no see. So welcome back, Shino. As always, a pleasure to have you here. Walkley Z, what's up? Haven't seen you before, so welcome. Jamie Torres, what's up? Welcome here to the TA Talk. Dane, welcome back, buddy. Rigid Classics, The Hammer. As always, welcome. Welcome, Giant. What's up? Haven't seen you before, so welcome. Logan, what's up? Haven't seen you before, so welcome to TA Talk. Magician, what's up, buddy? The Magician, the DJing in the class. What's up? What is it? The future guy. So, guys, in case you don't know, you should always take a look at the Magician, what he posts and how he posts things, because it seems like he's coming from the future. He nails every single trade. So, welcome and shout out for you, buddy. Logan, already shouted you. Adil with Nassar, what's up? Welcome back, buddy. Nice to have you here. A, what's up, A? Haven't seen you for a long time, so welcome. RFL78, what's up? V4X, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Magacy, what's up? Welcome. And Papaya Moon, what's up and welcome. So, guys, welcome to everybody. Welcome to TA Talk and RC2. Great job there. Thank you so much for your time and your on the support side. You always keeping a clean and free of play ambience. So thank you so much for that, RC2. And as always, Erie, what's up? Welcome. So I haven't seen you, so welcome. So guys, enough talking. Let me know about you guys. I want to see what you have. What you guys have for me. We always gonna. I kind of like I always give an introduction. Just but at this point, I would love to see what you guys want to ask. The point of today's TX Talk is that we're going to be taking a look at a couple of trades that we had open, right? Couple of predictions that we had it, and also we're going to be doing some entry hunting. So if you guys want to take a look at any Forex, any commodities, anything, any kind of asset, please let me know. I'll be glad to take a look at it. And also, we are gonna be going over crypto. So give me just guys 1 second, please. Be right back. Here we go. Sorry for that. My door in the background was just keep opening and slamming. But yeah, absolutely. So let's take a look at what we got here for you guys. When wedding, we're still talking about it. We don't have right now a date. So in case you missed it, guys, last year talk we were on the Riviera Maya with Army Piper, which by the way he will not be available today. Nonetheless, I'm gonna be taking the class or the TA talk by myself, and also maybe Crypto Trace will be joining farther ahead. But the main point where we were at a resort Tulum. On the Riviera Maya in Mexico, it's because I got engaged with Ninja MJ right here on the commentary. So Ninja MJ, what's up? And thank you for saying yes, by the way. And yeah, So we went there to, like kind of like a celebrate, and also we made a special transmission for you guys to let you also know a important part of my life, because you guys are also an important part of me and my life. You know how much I enjoy to stick around you guys. So yeah, I mean, when wedding we're still talking about, but I'll let you guys know. So if you can, whenever you can fly to Mexico, we'll make sure that you are invited to the party. So massive party, maybe massive party, or maybe we go take a trip to Europe and see you guys. Yep, to the States and Europe. I don't know, whichever works the best. No pressure, but we we need big space for all of us. Don't worry, I got you covered. I got you covered. It's hot there. I mean, it's hot though. It's hot though. CP Army, absolutely. All right, guys. So let's jump right into the charts, because we only have 1 hour and it's already been 27 minutes. Although we start a little bit late today, so we're gonna be prolonging it so we have the full hour for you guys. So let's get up to the charts. Here we go. And by no surprise, we've been following this trade BOH of Bank of Hawaii for somewhere around 15 days, 2 weeks. And remember, yesterday we were talking about just holding a little bit more for this support to be hidden, right? So basically, our TP number 1 was basically taking place in that. So let me see if I have the video in here, so I can show you guys very quick. Let me see, where is it? My video, sorry. And I think this is it. Oops, I cannot play it. Here we go. And start using the indicators, right? Because that's what we have them for. All right. So let me just go over the part of Bank of Hawaii that we were talking about. Here it is. So remember at this point that we were talking about moving our stop loss into entry at this point and waiting for the alarm. Look at the alarm that we set right here, 47.56, right? So basically, not to make a bunch of noise out of this, we are already crossing that 47.56, and you can see it right here that it ringed. Here we go, BOH at 47.36. Sorry, here we go. It ringed to the yesterday night, I believe so. So TP1, it's already on the way, and we're having some reversal signals in here, right? Bank of Hawaii, yeah, we did it. We actually, you going against the banks on. Well, I'm diving within anything that I believe they can make me money. So as you guys. By the way, guys, I mean, I need to make a disclosure before we keep going here. This is not financial advice. This is only my opinion. And as you know, we have a special hat for that, right? So whenever you see me placing that hat, it's just basically my opinion out of any kind of support. I have no doubts. I have no proof things, right? So, guys, thank you so much for your support. If you have your pictures there, please share them. I love to see you guys with those hats. But yeah, so let's get started. So I mean, we were waiting for that TP number 1. It happened yesterday night or tonight. I don't remember what time was it. I think it was over midnight around where it ringed. Nonetheless, TP number 1 in here. And guys, I want your help in here, especially for variants. Are we ready to call out the trade? Are we ready to set up a TP number 2? Or are we ready just to let it run? Let me know, guys, what would you do? And then we can kind of like a chat about it. I don't know. Where do you guys? TP number 2 setup, yes, absolutely. Let's set up TP number 2. In fact, that's exactly what I would be doing here. TRB, BCH, yeah, we'll add them to the list. Fahadai. Yeah, absolutely. But guys, are we getting ready to TP number 2? Are we going to be calling out the trade? Too risky? Yes, Shino, I do start seeing a little bit of an increase of risk. What are you seeing on the charts that may be leading us to believe that it is a bit too risky at this point? Divergence, exactly, guys. So if you don't know, we have the prime oscillator down here, and these lines that we are showing here, those are divergence. If they are in the bottom or green, they are bullish divergence. If they are at the top, those are bearish divergence, right? So we're seeing a reversal, right? We're seeing also a bullish divergence, and also we are on our previous big support zone. So TP number 1. So let's do something here. Remember, as soon as we can, we always move our stop to entry as we did yesterday. Remember that? I was telling you right at the end of this session, I will be moving my stop to entry. And I show you guys where was I moving it. Let me just do a little bit faster here. Here we go, moving my stop to entry. And then, of course, after the class, I did it. And then waiting for the next TP to happen, right? So that's where we left out. And then now start using our indicators. Let's start with the very beginning. So a market oracle with the basic. Just taking a fresh selfie, but I can share it. The button is grayed out. Oh, really? Oh, I need to fix that. All right, let me get it fixed. Or you can share it on the Hangout. Yeah, here, sharing on the Hangout and do hashtag TA Talk. Yeah, that'll be great if you can. That would be great. Awesome. So, by the way, we're going to be taking a little bit of space to take a look at Rigi Classics. He had extra credits for ingenuity, just to call it somehow. Love it. Also, Mr. J, who else uploaded their picture? What is it? Where are you? The Little Fish, and a ton more. So, yeah. Let's take a look at what else we have in here. All right, so getting started with the market oracle here. Let me see if we have it here. Not just yet. That's fine. Let's just move on into the next one. Here we go. All right, so let's get started with Market Oracle Pro. Here we go, turning on and off. And for it to look a little bit better or to be a little bit more understandable, let me just clean up my charts in here, right? So we are pretty bearish because we have our prime score in a very low number, right? Look at the consolidation. This is giving us extra information. This is important, guys. So we've been seeing that the consolidation score is being decreasing but still hovering within the same zone. Remember, yesterday was at 5 and today it's at 4, so it hasn't changed much. What does it mean being somewhere between 4 and 5? Oh, major pain. All right, so if it's a little bit grayed out, I'll fix that. Nonetheless, if you can, share it on the Hangout. But let me see if I can fix it right now. Just hold on a second, and I'll try my best to do it quickly. Here we go. I think you guys can do it now. Great. All right. So fixed. There we go. Nice. Love it. Look at that. Awesome hat there. Let me adjust it. Here we go. Let's play this one on and rock and roll, guys. Love it. Hello, please. I have a question. Absolutely, Dali. What's up, Nazar? Let me know your question. Major pain. Love that one. Awesome. Love that picture there. That was me and Army doing the news today, right? I love it. Let me see. I won't read that Rigi Classic, but yeah, Nassar. At this point, I cannot activate mics on this channel. Please write the question that you have, and I gladly read it and answer it, Nassar. But yeah. So major pain. Let's see. All right, let's move on into the indicators, or let's actually finish up the analysis, right? You are a legend, guys. You both are legends. Love it. So let's see. Basically, we are heading down here. The dynamic reactor, we are underneath dynamic reactor, so we're pretty bullish. Our signal is an sell signal. So again, we are under a selling pressure. Our prime score is very bearish, and our oscillator is below the zero line. So everything is pointing at a bearish point. But guys, do we short anywhere in the charts? Where do we take a trade? Where do we short? Dynamic reactor, it's a great answer, yes. At the retest, perfect. That was basically what I was looking for, yeah. Below dynamic reactor at a retest, yes, absolutely, guys. Ribbon flip, also, yes, amazing answer. At the ribbon flip at resistance, correct? Looked like it's gonna though. Well, kind of like I believe that it's flipping up, and we also have a bullish divergence and a reversal triangle, so it's time to pull up the big guns, right? So at this point I'm going to be calling out the multi-time frame support and resistance. At this point, Mats, it's all the way up here, so we'll be acting as a resistance if we get there. I do believe that we might be able to get there, but let's take a look at support and resistances, because it is important to see whether we're going to be taking TP2, calling out a trade, or letting it run, right? My short entry, what's up? On the ribbon flip. Oh, nice. Yes. All right. Nazar, as already mentioned, I cannot activate microphones on this channel since it's a public channel. But if you want to take the time to write it or maybe translate it on Google, that'll be good. And when you push it here, I'll be glad to answer your question. Yeah, you can ask also ChatGPT to translate it, or kind of like I give a, I don't know, a rephrasement sentence or something. All right, so at that point, let's take a look at what is it, multi-time frame support and resistance. Let's take a look at here. All right, so there's something important happening in the charts, right? First of all, let's take a look at my configuration of multi-time frame support and resistance. So you can see that I'm on local, which is a shorter time frame, right, for support and resistance, midterm, which is a middle time frame for support and resistance, and again middle time frame on support and resistance, right? Then the combination in here, it's interesting because I have local for 4 hour, right? And then midterm for 4 hours. So I have the most immediate range for 4 hour and then a bigger range for 4 hours. So I can start seeing where is the big picture and small immediate picture on the 4 hour, and also midterm on daily, a higher time frame. This is enable me to see on the 4 hour time frame, to see basically a higher time frame or even a smaller time frame, which is very, very powerful. You might also take a look at this dotted lines, these dashed lines. It's green and red. These dashed lines are part of my swing levels, right? So this is swing entries based on the previous tops and highs, or basically volatility that we might have. They are amazing if you are trying to enter into a swing trade, whatever you are in smaller time frames or higher time frames. This is indicating you a like larger than average movement, basically being a swing trade in there. So scalping strategy, Fadai, have you checked the pre-recorded sessions? We went over the scalping strategies there. Basically, you can use the strategies in any kind of time frame. So they all work in the same. So basically, midterm, scalping or swing, they work exactly the same. But we'll take a look at those. What time frames are you interested to see? The first video and the third video that I was talking about. And then we have other videos, but you can still see them. But first and third, those are my recommended videos. All right. So what else do we have in here? So premium and discount zones that we have activated, and those premium and discount zones are in here. So premium, equilibrium, and where is my discount zone? Here, right? As you can see, if we look back a little bit, we'll see that it is measuring a bottom swing, a high swing, right? A swing high. And then that's why we have our discount zone. Are we going to be reaching back down? I don't know. We could. But we also can start turning on our trend lines. So one sec, we'll just keep it clean, right? All right, don't worry about the tuning. I'll head into tuning a little bit more so I can solve that question. What are you confused about tuning, brother? Let me know. What is it? What feels confusing? So yeah, absolutely, Rigid Classic. So basically, we are the number one 240 minutes, that's 4 hour support, right? We're basically breaking the box that we had here. And let me clear this up. Here we go. Of one daily, 1 240 minutes. And then also, where is it? I cannot see it clearly. The red one should be also, here we go, number 1, 240 on local, right? So basically we have a very strong support zone and we are right at the edge of it. So what are we waiting for here? Rebound, exactly. Perfect. Yes, a flip of the ribbon. So reading you, let's see, Fahadai, it's giving us buy indication, but on the retest, it will give sell indicator. Yes. So basically, depends on your tuning. You will let's just jump into it right there and then move into the indicators on the on the fine tuning on some of your requests. So let me head up here and let's take a look at what was the requested assets. Here we go. So TRB, let's get started with not lethal TRB, right? And then we'll do an adjustment on that. So before we jump on that, let's just wrap this one up. So we are on crazy support, and the next support area, look at where we had it planned. Somewhere around here, and I'm gonna be adjusting this other one in here because I was looking a midpoint between the discount zone and this area. But as I can see right now, I have a number 3 240 and also a number 5 or number 3. I can barely see. Yeah, it's number 3. 1 day supporting here. So this is building another support box, right? So TP number 2 will be here. Let's mark it. So let me clear that one. Let me add this one. So TP number 3 here. So TP number 3, set it up. And right now we have nothing to lose at this point. The only way in which I'll be closing my trade early will be finding a flip of the ribbon immediately before we stop falling. Does that make sense? So that means that, let me just draw it. If I see the price reversing and the flip of the ribbon also reversing, well then that's when I start closing my trade completely. When I start getting back above the support or this resistance zones. Correct? Then if I see the price keep moving down and also the oscillator going up, well then I'll be waiting for my TP number 3. If I also see the oscillator keep going down and the price going down, well, there's no question about it, right? I'll keep waiting for my TP number 3. At this point, I'm at entry and I have nothing to lose. You can also, and again, this is not financial advice, but if you so decide to, you can start doing something like moving your stop a little bit into profits, which is also a good idea. Let me just add this. So TP, sorry, this is number 2, not 3. And we can start moving basically our entry somewhere around here. So you are getting out, right, at breaking this supports. So far, I'm going to stay with where I am now. I already have taken 50% out. I'm going to take the next 50% of what is left on that trade. And then I'll just take decisions based on that. So, but key, flip of the ribbon, right? All right, let's go over, what is it, TRB. TRB. And this is it. All right, let's take a look at TRB. And let me just replay to this with a 1 so I have it on hand in here. And I can also read you guys. So jump out to tuning, work like a boss. Yes, also auto tuning is very good. Can you please give a little bit recap on a 50-minute retest? Sure, but what 50-minute retest? What kind of retest are we talking about? Just paraphrase a little bit more so I can understand that. Abstraction week. absorption week. Yes, could be an absorption week there. Let's take a look at what else we have. So if the ribbon go up, but the price goes down, what did you say? Sorry. All right. If the price keeps going down and the ribbon keeps going up, that will consolidate another divergence or keep consolidating the divergence, right? I will hold for my TP number 2. On consolidation score, lower number means that we are not consolidating. Higher number means that we are consolidating. Then jumping into this one. All right, let's kind of like go over a little recap on how to set up your tuning. It seems like Fahada is having a little bit trouble in that. Usually we start by just not having a number here, right? We usually start by looking at what is our prime score, or in also having optimal tuning turn on. Our optimal tuning, it's giving us a close tuning to set our base configuration. Basically is doing back test calculations to have a better result. Nonetheless, that doesn't mean that you are going to be able to train on it, because remember, we all trade differently. If you were a machine, well, then 14 will work for you perfectly. But since you're not a machine or you're not 24/7 trading, well, then 14 might not be the specific tuning that works for you the best. What I like to do is start with this number. So at this point, since I acknowledge this is 14, that's what I'll start here, 14, right? All right, then I'll turn off my optimal tuning because I don't need it anymore, correct? And then, and let me turn this one off, I want to start pairing my trend mode, which is the buy and sells. This is a trend mode, right? With when I break above the dynamic reactor and when I break below dynamic reactor, right? Everything in between for me is noise and it's not worth even taking a look at it. I mean, are you trying to trade this on the 4 hour? Well, you say, right? I mean, at this point, you should be on your preferred time frame and then start your optimal tuning. So let me clear this up and then start modifying. I already know my configuration, but I do advise you guys to go in 10 increments or 5 increments, right? So at this point, since I'm on 14, I'll just go to 20. 20 will give me a round number, right? And as you can see, now I'm pairing the buy signal right before I break above. Look at it, as I break below, I have a strong signal. As I break above, I have a strong signal or a buy signal, right? There's a couple of other ones that I might like to get rid of, like for example this one and this two, and to get rid of out of this noise because there is too few information in here. I mean, this is too flat. Well, then what do? I do increase my tuning. Remember, going up in 10 increments. Guys, for the veterans, what is my own best setting? $43. Yes, you got it. So guys, for me, 43 is my base fine tuning. I will be shifting my base tuning depending on the asset. Like for example, if we're talking about crypto, I usually hover over 43, 45. If we're talking about Forex, I'll be hovering over somewhere around 20 and 30. But that depends on the way that I trade, right? Was gonna say 70, 40. Oh yeah, but that was the old tuning one. Remember what we had two different settings to, but yeah, basically the translation to 70 40, which I love that, by the way. Yeah, it's now 43. But yes, absolutely. Rigi, brother, salute you. Great. Yes, it was. So let's take a look at here. I'm going to be clicking OK and look at this rolling eye. As you can see, now I have a much cleaner chart, right? And if I start increasing this, look at how beautiful now is it pairing. Look at as we break down, as we break up, as we break down, as we break up, right? So, Fahad, I went to this specific strategy in the video, so I do advise you to take a look at that video one more time, at least the first video and the third video, right? Because I explained this in depth, and it takes me 2 hours to explain it, so I cannot just explain it as in depth as I would love to, because it's already almost time and we need to hunt for some trades, right? So I do advise you to go over that, but I will give you basically the review. It works in any time frame, but you need to find your own settings, right? If I go, for example, to the 5 minutes, well, then you just follow the exact same process. So if I add, quick question, just to pick up if you remember what I just said, what is the first thing that I need to do when I'm on my base time frame? What is the first thing that I'm going to be doing here to start looking into my Fahad? Sorry, Fahad. So Fahad, what is my what is the first thing that I explained that you will need to do right after this? I'm into my time frame and the asset. That's step number 1. Optimal tuning. Yes. So guys, you nailed it. So optimal tuning, and then take a look at what the optimal tuning will be in here. Just give it a 1 sec while I start moving. And here we go, 29. So that's the one I'm going to start with, correct? 29, and then I can also turn off 29 in here. So that's what I'm going to be starting with, right? So Fahad, what's up? What is the next step that I need to do at this point? Using my dynamic reactor, what is the next thing that I need to do? You can check it breaks. Yes, basically we need to start looking for high or like very evident trends, right? Like for example here, I like this signal because it's indicating that it's breaking above, right? And then here, I like this signal because it's indicating that it's breaking below, correct? Then I like this one, so everything in between, for me, it's noise. Does that make sense? Not quite there, not quite that fat, not quite there. So now that I identified what am I looking for, then I start optimizing my tuning. At this point, I start with 30 because 29 is very close to the next round number, which is 30, right? So click OK, wait for this one, and then see what happens. Usually it doesn't happen that much because we're talking about 1, 2 numbers difference, right? But as you can see, a couple of signals moved, and then I start rising my tuning. Usually, lower time frames have an increase of tuning. Remember, my own setting usually goes to 43, talking about crypto. So just because of that, let's go over 40 and see how it does, right? 40, let's just wait for that little eye to stop moving. And as you can see, look at that. We have much, much cleaner charts in here. As you can see, we only have 1 and 1 interference signals, right? But other than that, everything's playing out nicely. So we can start jumping into a higher tuning, like for example, 50. Here we go. And so on and so forth. So you need to find your own tuning. This is the exact same this is the exact same process that I explained in the classes. So please go ahead and take a look at again those classes. I explained in very detail. Like I go in crazy detail on how to find your own setting. As you can see, it works in 5 minutes. Same exact process. It works on every kind of market. It works in all of the time frames. So let me read you Nassar before we move on, so we can take a look at what we have here. First, what is the benefit of this study? All right, the study. What study? I suppose that you're talking about the classes. Well, then the classes will kind of like a guide you through. In the meantime, you develop your own style, right? The important part in here is for you to start fine-tuning your indicators based also on my own experience. And also I can guide you through not only taking live trades, but also analyzing every single day the markets, so you can keep track on the assets that they more interest on for you, right? So why is it important, the study or this study? It is to keep track. In the meantime, you learn your own way through my own experience and how we develop the indicators, so I can ease you into the indicators, right? What is the benefit of studies? Since it changed the signals from their place. Oh, you're talking about this one. All right, it changed their signals on their place because of the tuning. Like, for example, if you were a, let's call it a pilot, right? Maybe you're driving I don't know, a plane, whatever plane it is, right? Then you can fine tune the sensitivity of your controls. Whenever you pull harder or pull less hard, the plane will make a steeper or more smooth change, right? That is an ability that all of the pro indicators or pro tools you'll find on every pro tool. Like, for example, when talking about video editing, maybe we can start looking at, I don't know, Premiere Pro. Well, then you can also fine tune your entries. You can set up, I believe you can set up, scripts. And by using those scripts, you can fine tune J-codes or stuff like that. So that is the point of this, for you to find what works for your brain. Remember, at the end of it all, we're talking about not the indicator, but yourself. Because if the indicator says something and you miss that entry, you might be feeling frustrated. But instead, you use the power of the indicator to compensate or to basically work with how your brain works. You will be using the full potential of the indicator, and also without having to change your mental process. Because rebuilding a mental process, it's harder than reconfiguring a software. Does that make sense? Multi-kernel regression, chart prime. The multi-kernel regression, that should be a topic for another one, because that is a whole new one for there. Nonetheless, we have a video for the multi-kernel regression, which is a tool that we offer in chart prime. So let's take a look at the next one. We can take a look at multi-kernel regression tomorrow if you agree on it. The second question, may I know your position in the company? Thank you. So my position in the company, I'm master instructor of chart prime. I also handle a couple of courses, couple of video editings, and also I'm head of support. So that's my position on the company. So I do multiple things in here. Yep. So any other question that you may have? Nassar? Same pattern, is it optimized for Forex? Yes, it is. So it doesn't basically affect whether you are at Forex or crypto or anything like that. ChatGPT. Love it, buddy. Love it. Thank you for that, Deep Magician. Yeah, my position in the company is ChatGPT. Love it. Oh, love that one. Chart Master Flex. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. So he bends the candles. Yeah, like in the Matrix, like Neo, right? I just think it, they just change the way. They do strange things on the oscillator, right? Like in the spoon. The thing is that the spoon doesn't exist, right? The chart doesn't exist. Let's see that. If not, it goes about TRB. Precipitation honeypot. All right, I'll take a look at that in a little bit more in depth in that. All right, so explain slowly. All right, let me do a recap. So your tuning affects how sensitive it goes, so how many signals per wave, right? depending on your way of trading, you should be at adjusting your tuning. So the purpose of your tuning will be finding the best possible signals that work with your brain process. So you're doing math to accommodate what your brain sees. That is the purpose of it. So let's take a look at the final analysis here. I think it's time for that. So let's take a look at what we have here. Let's clean this up. And we are bullish, right? We are bullish. Does being bullish means longing wherever we are? Of course not, right? We usually long at pullbacks or retests on flip of the ribbon at support or resistances, right? So let's turn on our multi-time frame support and resistance, and I'm gonna make a little change in here because we're having a very steep moving to the upside, basically having most of the 4-hour supports being left behind, right? So this is also a great opportunity to start looking into the real power of the indicators, so predictive indicators, right? So remember, we have two kinds of indicators. We have reactive, which are the ones that have or analyze previous data, right? And based on that previous data confluence, they overextended for you to see where's the next calculation point, right? And then we have reactive signals. Sorry, predictive signals. Predictive signals take whatever it is right now in the market and try to make an educated guess based on math. So basically, uncharted territory will be awesome to use predictive signals. So at this point, I want to take a look at, for example, instead of midterm, let's do macro extended mode on the 4-hour, and then do midterm also daily. That, I think that works good. Or even let's do local mode on daily. So we might have, no, we don't. All right, let's go over daily and see if we have something here. All right, so for some reason, sorry, daily is not charting. Oh, too many. Local mode daily. And then let's go over, well, daily and take a look at what's happening here. So what is it happening in the oscillator? Do you will never sell it? What are we talking about? Major pain, cool, but stop the code. Oh, I see. For the contracts, should be able to sell, but cheers. Oh, I see. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So at this point, we are reaching a premium zone. So if you're already into a trade, this is a great opportunity to start taking some profits. Again, this is not financial advice. Correct? Then let's take a look at what's happening. Well, I will not be entering a trade unless I start seeing a flip of the ribbon or some other kind of like reversal in here. Does that make sense? So at this point, we might keep going upwards, but I will not be shorting until I see we have overbought. We are at the top of the oscillator, and maybe we are hitting another resistance, right? At this point, since we don't have a resistance in here, let's go over to the 4-hour. I believe we had a couple of those in 4-hour. It seems like they're either too far away or we're on uncharted territory. So for that, I'm going to clear this up and start using predictive tools, right? So the first predictive tools that I'm going to be using are going to be my, where is it? Here we go. My predictive ranges. So configuration for predictive ranges are default. I don't change them, right? Then I can see that I'm breaking the purple line in here. I'm reversing, but if you look closely in here, let me make this bigger, we might start having somewhat of a flip of the ribbon in here. Do you see it? It is not as sharp as this. Look at the bottom of this. You see that line? In here, it started curving already. Yeah, momentum bands are a mix of reactive and predictive. And nice that you bring that one on because I was forgetting about those. And you know what? They work perfectly in this situation. In fact, I believe we might be already breaking through a couple of bands in there. So let's also take a look at that. But before we jump into the bands, let me just finish up with this prediction here that we are curling up, right? So by curling up, we might be doing another motion like this. And what happened? We reach new highs. So remember, to enter along, we enter on pullbacks, retracements, and off we go. Remember, for entering along, we enter on pullback retracements. Remember, we also take a look at head and shoulder lines, right? And if you don't want to take a look at head and shoulder lines, that's fine. You can start taking a look at the trend assistance. Remember, as we are having bouncing here, we're having also a rejection on the trend assistance or breakthrough the green trend assistance. It's basically telling us we are changing of trend. At this point, we're breaking to the purple line. We might be able to make a double top like we did here, right? So you need to be careful. We have one trend line that is pretty scary, but also pretty exciting. Look at how far could we go, right? So let me clear this up again and start adding something else. At this point, I'm going to get rid of the trend assistance. I'm also going to be getting rid of the predictive ranges. And the only thing that I really want to take a look at are going to be my trend lines at big, correct? Which are this ones. And then also, I want to take a look at, the FIBO tool. The FIBO tool, let's configure it, and you can see they are weekly, and we're basically breaking the Fibonacci tool. So we can add also a couple of other extensions, like for example, volume levels. We can do up to, I think, 20. Let's go for maybe monthly here, and then volume type, let's do all. So that would be basically it. And we are outside of the Fibonacci tool. All right, so Fibonacci tool, this movement is too high for the Fibonacci tool to measure it. So let's use the bands in here. So inside my market oracle, I'm going to be turning on my momentum wave bands. Clicking OK. And wait for that little eye to stop scrolling around. Here we go. So we are at big resistance, right? Again, I'm not entering a long until I see a retracement and then maybe support within the band, and off we go. Although, look at where are my order blocks in here. You see that? This order block. And what is it? It's a very high order block. Does that make sense? Also, take a look at where is this trend assistance coming, and also dynamic reactor, where is it heading? So are we building up a confluence zone there? $54.20, 54. $21. You're talking about as entry for your short, like right now almost. Oh, I see. I would not be entering right now, but yeah, I mean, you got a point there. Let's do Fibos. All right. And then we can also do it the other way around. But we won't make until this support. So I would rather see a bouncing here. Look at that. We might be encasing. As you can see, this is out of just the bands. Yeah, it could be. It's already kind of like a retracing. Nonetheless, let's take a look at what else we have. So basically, I would not be entering here. What I would be doing is basically using a 2-hour time frame to have a little bit more insight on a fast movement, right? So as you can see, remember what I was saying on the 4-hour, that we could be flipping up. So look at that, it is flipping up. We will be going up a little bit farther. Do you see? That's why I said I will not be entering till I see a resistance level there. So I do believe that we might be going a little bit farther up. Remember what happened before. Let's take a look at here. Same scenario, or very close scenario. Look at that, a point, then curling up, big seeker, and then, and only then, the retracement. You see? Yeah, we could see maybe another movement to the upside. And look at where also we have this trend line right here, right? The same of the 4-hour trend assistance. So let's go over to the 4-hour once again and look at that. So if that happens, if we get rejected, I will also be looking for a support in here. And I'll be trading maybe this bull flag or bull trap. Wonder if Bitcoin will bring it down right now. Could be. But I don't know. It seems like it has a ton of momentum. So until Bitcoin doesn't get out of this range, and for that, remember that we've been keeping track on all of the trades that we had. Let me see. Is this the one? Or I think this is the one. Yeah. So we haven't broken. Look at that trend line that we were looking at yesterday. Remember? So we are still within the same range. That's why we are seeing a couple of altcoins mooning, because Bitcoin is not doing anything, or not doing anything. We're still making profits out of Bitcoin, so that's pretty good. Yes, because Bitcoin hasn't break the range yet. It's on its way. It's on its way, but not quite there yet. I'm guessing having maybe another thing like this, and then we'll break it. So I would say maybe some support if we can hold it within the range. If not, again, we're going to be jumping into the previous scenarios that we were talking about yesterday. Remember that? And then jumping for the next one. The FIBA tool, you just go inside indicators, and in here you just do chart prime, one letter or one word, and then you just look at through this, and it is the FIBO. What is it? FIBO levels with volume profile here. Perfect. All right. So now let's jump into the other request. At this point, do we have it clear on what's happening with, what was it? Let me see. And let me take note of this, because I will be trying to enter on that trade, on this trade. TRB. Anytime, brother, anytime. So let's see. If I'm skipping your question, please let me know, because I was too into the indicators that I kind of like overskipped a couple of those. So just let me know if I'm skipping your question. I really want to answer as many as I can, but also try to make a couple of trades in here. I'm looking at the previous request, so we can go in order. I love the hats. Love them, brothers. Love you guys. For sure. All right. I think we're getting close here. Yes. Let me copy them and paste them. So Control C, Control V, and then, oh, I do want to take a look at gold and Ethereum. Let me see which else. Control C and Control V. All right, I'll try to go fast to accommodate all of those. I don't remember contract with Satoshi. Well, we need to ask here, Mr. What is it? Mr. Golden, right? I don't remember. What was he? What was your the magician? What was your nickname that we were playing around? The Golden Pocket? No, Mr. Gold or something like that. Mr. Digin, Nifty 50 and DXY. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time for that, but let me try to move it fast. I'm gonna be cutting a little bit on crypto so we can do Nifty 50 because we don't usually do it that much. So I think that will be interesting. Nifty 50 has a ton of momentum now. All right, so let's do Bone TR. Let's do Bone. All right, Bone already flipping. So this is what we could be expecting out of what is it? TR. Oh, come on! I need to remember TRB. Let me edit this. TRB. So I have it in here. All right. Bone. Entry for short already too late because if I turn off the bands, guys, I mean, this is actually could be a this is not financial advice, but this could actually be an entry for a long if everything goes fine. Because Fadath, remember, you were saying, can we enter on retest? Yes, you can. It's not about the breakout, it's about the what? It's looking bullish, but there's a breaking point in here, which is very important. The retestio, yeah, the retest, yes. So, where is the retest zone? At this point on dynamic reactor, but what am I missing? And it has to do with here. What am I missing? The flip of the ribbon, exactly. Yes, the ribbon. I don't have ribbon flip, right? So it seems like I still had a little bit more to go, right? I mean, I'm also looking like a ribbon twist on the green area, but it's not there yet. All right, so how could I trade this? Well, then, if I'm gonna be entering maybe a long position in here because I have a buy signal, I'll be trying to enter somewhere around here. Why? As soon as I go into the zero line, I should be at the next support. My next support at this point is this order block, but I haven't looked at my support and resistances. So let's do that right now. Multi-time frame support and resistance. Look at where is the swing entry at here. All right, so let's do a couple of one of the strategy, a two entry strategy here, right? So just because I'm on the biggest support, I'm gonna be longing as far back down here as I can, aiming from previous high, having a very tight stop loss, and this is not mandatory, guys. This is a high risk entry. Most likely we're gonna get stopped out. That's why, guys, what do we do when our strategy tells us enter, but we see it is a high risky entry? What do we do there? Oh, volume flex, you're completely right. I took it out yesterday. So dynamic reactor and volume flex. So let's do both to see our entry spot there. 50%, yes, plan B, and 50%, yes. Yes, guys, exactly. 4-hour channel support above dynamic reactor, bullish divergence in oscillator. What are you talking about there? What is that? Let me open it up. Put a new tab and send it here. So we're talking about, oh, Nifty 50. Nice. All right. So great analysis there, D Magician. Thank you so much. And who was requesting Nifty 50? Nifty 50. One way. What's up, buddy? So D Magician took the took the classy here and went ahead and take a look at the Nifty 50. Amazing. Thank you for that, D Magicians. All right. So let's take a look at what's happening here. So I might have not now flip the ribbon. So you mentioned, yes, 50% and plan B. Remember, plan A will be going up as I see flip of the ribbon as low as I can, and now I see my volume flex, so I'm gonna be dropping this a little bit more. Here we go. That will be my entry. So remember, I'm gonna place an alarm right before my entry just so I can revisit my analysis. So when the alarm hits, Basically, one more candle I would be counting on that. Visit analysis. All right. Most likely, I will be entering with 50% entry. So, 50% entry. Oh, come on. The 5 is not working. Here we go. And plan B will be breaking through, maybe waiting for a retest. And if I have the retest, I enter for a short. Till my next support. And then as soon as I get the support, I'll be entering for a long here. All right, does that make sense, guys? So we have plan A, B, and C, or basically plan A and B, B1 and B2. All right, remember, the key in here will be looking at the ribbon. And something else is happening. Look at our prime score. What is it happening to the prime score? It went from very bullish to what? To 5. 5 is not low, I would say, one way, but I would call it neutral, right? Remember that we go from 1 to 10, and the right of the middle, there's 5, right? So consolidation equals neutral, exactly. So we might be having a consolidation state, and that's why my plan A, it's entering here, because I want to catch maybe the consolidation that might be happening here. Does that make sense, guys? Perfect. All right, let's move into the next one so we can maybe find other entries in here. All right, let's see. TV, all right. I need to keep an eye on TV, by the way. Bone, let's TRB and BTC. So let's do TRB. We are keeping a track on that. Where is TRB? Oh, yeah, we looked at it. Let's place an alarm. So I'm going to set an alarm in case it blows up in here. Wait. Here we go. And then an alarm at base point to enter a long. All right. Then let's skip to XAU. Nice. Nice. All right. Who mentioned XAU USD? What time frame? Please let me know. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Nice. I see it clear, but let me test you guys. What are you seeing here? Are we getting ready for what? For a pump or a dump? I mean, there's no question that we're bearish, right? But every bearish trend has its end. Oh, I'm too far back. Let's see. Whoa, dump. Yeah, nearly ready for a long. Yes, yes, guys. Yes, we're seeing that. So let's do a quick analysis here. I know I have the infamous spaghetti pattern in here, but let's go one by one. Remember, take a look at how am I controlling my indicators in here, right? I mean, to my left panel, I can very precisely turn on and off every indicator to very precisely understand what's happening in the charts, right? So let's get started with the first one. Am I above or below dynamic reactor? I'm below dynamic reactor. Guys, I'm having something very important here. What is this and what is it telling me? Reggie, the hammer, absorption week. Almost. It's not quite there, but I believe we're going to have one. Almost the end. Yeah, so this is what we call a taking profit tick. A kind of like a reversal, kind of like that, but it's more like a taking profit tick. Let's take a look at what has happened before. Look at that. Purple one, and then right after, flip. Red one, and right after, flip. As you can see, we're talking about still have a little bit more to move, right? It's not exactly, but it's telling you, hey, you know what? It is time now to start analyzing for taking profits. So, look at that. Again, this one was perfect. I mean, this one was perfect. It was right on this candle. Here we go, perfect candle. And then You see that? All right. So now is the time to start taking some profits, right? So that is the first thing that we're seeing here. Very solid. Don't close your eyes on this. Yes, exactly. So oscillator pointing down, we need a flip. Exactly. Yes, we need a flip of the ribbon. So remember how we're looking at this point. I'm doing what I call the DNA or fingerprint of an asset, right? And we're going back in time to take a look at what that asset is telling me and how it behaves, right? So remember, that's why I'm analyzing that I still had maybe a little bit more to go. Maybe I have a little bit more to go, right? Then I measure it. Here we go. And maybe build up a median. Look at that. Maybe could be like that. So I could be looking at maybe another movement there. And just like Reggie mentioned, we are flipping down. We have not yet a flip of the ribbon, but we're making a double bottom. What has happened on double bottoms on the oscillator? Double bottom. And what happened? Moving up, right? Let's find another double bottom. Double bottom. Well, this one didn't actually move that up, but there we go. Let's take a look at this one. Double bottom and up, right? Let's take a look at this other one. Double bottom and going up. So we see a reaction pattern here on double bottoms, right? They're not as huge as we would have hoped for. But again, we could be looking for a little reversal here. And remember, if we have a little V-shaped recovery, we might be having or heading to a 70% chances of ranging. DXY should come down. Well, Bitcoin is going down. Well, not going down. It's kind of like having a hard time to go up. So I would actually be taking a look at DXY to start also be ranging a little bit on that dimension. Yeah. The other mirror. I'll take a look at that in a second. Absolutely. So what am I looking here? Oh yeah, with gold. Yeah. I'm looking for a flip of the ribbon in here, but also I haven't take a look at that. Where are my order blocks? These are order blocks, and this is also order blocks. So if I fail this ranging zone, well, at least will give me a nice opportunity to short. Remember that if we get a range, at least 1, 2 wave deep, we are golden because we can apply the ranging strategy. Remember, with ranging strategy, that is the best thing that could ever happen to you because you're not going to lose a penny. And then you're also setting yourself for whatever it breaks. Remember that strategy? If you don't remember the strategy, I invite you to join the premium classes Monday to Friday, every single day at 11 p.m. CST, 11 a.m. CST. So yeah, there you go. All right, so now we have a couple of order blocks down here, right? But also, let me start turning on my multi-time frame support and resistance. At this point, let me clear this up here. And what else do I have? This one. This is it. So let's make it a little bit bigger. And yeah, look at that. I was talking about maybe a ranging here. But also, we could be exactly doing what Reggie was mentioning. Remember that we were expecting based on the DNA of the market to have a wick, which could be an absorption wick, what Reggie was mentioning. And look at that, encasing between number 5 daily and number 4 4-hour and also a discount zone, we could be having that wick. And then finding the range between daily, number 1 to 240 and 5 daily. So now you start seeing the power behind the support and resistances. Then, if we break this zone, right where, look at that, our order blocks we're at. You see that? Consolidation is at 0. Yes, right now it is at 0. Consolidation score will be updating once we have the bounce. Not quite there yet. I'll be expecting the range. Remember, at this point, I'm forecasting my analysis, right? Based on what I have on screen. So if I have a very thick support zone, I could be expecting an absorption zone or an absorption weak, right? So like this, look at that. Absorption weak or a V-shaped recovery right within the thick zone, right? So the same thing I could be expecting here. And if I have the V-shaped recovery and then I have number 1 resistance, well, the number 1 resistance might be bouncing back down. So that is the very first part of a range. So am I expecting a range? Not now, but if I see the absorption zone, absolutely I will. Does that answer your question, MMS? Let me know. Let's see. All right. So what is the next one that we have here? TRB, already take a look at that one. BTC and Ethereum. So BCH and Ethereum. All right. Do we have Nifty? Let's take a look at Nifty also, just to compare also Ethereum 4 hour. Yes, we'll do Nifty and then Ethereum. Does that sound cool? Although, I mean, it will be fast because the magician already made the work for us. So shout out for you, buddy. Which one you took take a look? Nifty 50 or just Nifty, the index? I mean, both are the same, so, or almost the same. Here we go. So let's compare it. In fact, look at that. Automatic trend lines making an up-ranging zone, right? Also, what are we seeing? At premium discount going down. Yes, we are still making higher highs. And yes, if we are making this bounce, which means, look at that, almost a perfect entry. Almost a perfect entry, right? Just like the magician was using. Look at that, almost exactly the same. In fact, the same. He's using his patterns, and I'm using trend lines, which, as you can see, they're working exceptionally well. Great analysis there. I actually have the same analysis here. Flip of the ribbon, but we have something important here. Let's do a quick analysis in here. Lower low, and then the next low is, look at the difference between those lows. Almost nothing, right? Let's figure out the difference between this height this other height. Let's call it this, or even here, let's just not push it. Then this other height, right? And then finally this other height. You see, since this one, this is neutral, it's almost the same, almost exactly as this one, almost. But then a tiny little one. Does that make sense? So this is indicating me that we're losing momentum. And what's happening here? Anyone? Flip of the ribbon. Well, breakthrough zero line right here. Right now, we do a flip of the ribbon right now. But right here, we have a breakthrough right when we are finding resistance. Yes, I do believe that we're gonna fail down, but let me show you. Remember the head and shoulder lines that I showed you guys? Or even the trend assistance, which is basically the same. All right, trend assistance is just flipping now. You see that? So where do I have confluence in here? So if I do my manual work of head and shoulder lines, and then I start guessing, I would have guessed somewhere in here because I have resistance. But if instead of using head and shoulder lines, I use the indicator, which the trend assistance, I can very neatly and clearly see where is my confluence zone for resistance. It's right here. So I don't need to guess. What is it going to? All right. So perfect entry for a long. TP number 1 in here. Moving stop to entry right at here. And if we reach it when we have flip of the ribbon, short. Does that make sense? Any questions on Nifty 50, guys? Perfect. Remember, we need to stay vigilant on the ribbon. If the ribbon makes something different of what I'm expecting, I'll be following the ribbon. Does that make sense? I'll be quick on changing my mind. So, just so you know. All right, let's wrap it up with one more time with one more asset. Shoot me out, Ethereum. Great. Look at that. I wish I could keep all that information in. I'll upload this episode to the internet, so don't worry, you can have it and see it there. Great. D-Magician, thank you for your analysis there. Love it, love it, love it. So, all right. What was it? Ethereum. Let's do Ethereum. What time frame, buddy? 4 hours. You did mention it. All right, let's go Ethereum. 4 hour. Here we go. And look at that. Oh, you know what? I was talking about this on a one-on-one previously. Oh, and come on, I delete the analysis. Come on. All right. Too bad. All right. There's nothing I can do about it. Look at that. Beautiful. Just like Bitcoin going to the, remember, this is the whole order block, but this is the most resistance, although we bounce on the daily along weakening into the order block. So daily acted as a brick wall, and then order block just the definitely wall, or the definitively wall that was not able to break. All right, I mean, that's evident. Going down, bouncing off or grabbing liquidity from this order block, still in the caution zone. Why? Let me clear this up so we can see a little bit better. Oh, I see why. Oh, I need to refresh this. Save it first. And refresh. Here it goes. Perfect. Let's turn everything off so we can start clean. Oh, look at that. Bone. We'll take a look at that in a second. Yes, absolutely. On the Jacob Magaby's settings, this is his recommended settings. I haven't changed them, so 7 and 20. This is for the volume profile bar magnifier order block by Jacob Magaby. So again, this is it, and 720. Anytime, brother, anytime. And something interesting is happening here. Look at that. Right at dynamic reactor for reversal. Oh, come on, oscillator. Let me refresh it. We'll take a peek on that in a second. Again, let me refresh it. Maybe it's just my internet not working out now. Oh yeah, I want to take a look at that also. It's itching. All right, nice, perfect. Yes, flip of the ribbon. So far, so good. We're flipping here, but we have the start of a green. What is that? Lower prime and consolidation. Yes, you got it. One way, you got it. Lower prime score, consolidation, right? So, train assistance. Perfect. Yeah, still train assistance. And then 2 swing entries for a long. What is it telling me, guys? What is it telling me? You know this. You got this. Most likely, if Bitcoin does not go crazy or full degen. Hey, D-Magician, hold Bitcoin for us a little bit longer, please. Do not move the market. Most likely because of the consolidation and because we're above zero line and we have a prime. So this is almost canceling each other. Do you see that? So most likely we could have a range in here. Stay vigilant, because we need to see what's going on the flip of the ribbon. 4 hour MVP oscillator indicator reversal. Let's take a look at that one. Daily is bearish. Let's on Ethereum. Let's take a look at daily. Let's remove everything here so we can see clear. Yes, it's pretty bearish, but again, I mean, we have support. So, and we're getting compression. We're pushing hard against the zero line. You see that? We're pushing hard to the zero line. For me, and something very important, Regi, let's do a little bit of a manual work. I think you're gonna love this. Let's do head and shoulders lines. All right, if we can make it a tiny bit higher, then we'll have maybe a neckline to break, which is going to be somewhere. Let me adjust this to something like in here or in between those 2 weeks, because this is just too violent. I guess somewhere around there, but we already have broken this. So nonetheless, if we keep holding this trend line, we might be able to break it to the upside. Yes, we're bearish. We are bearish, but look at this. I mean, we're pushing hard against the zero line here, right? Look at that. Look at previously what happened here. You see the head and shoulder lines that I'm talking about? Yes, and we have a couple of bullish diversions. If we are reflecting this one, we're most definitely will be making another bullish diversion, maybe a triple bullish divergence. Yep. Absolutely. So let me just wrap this one up in here. So I really want to take this one because I don't want to like erase it and then when it plays out, not being able to call it out. All right, and then maybe making a little drawing. Like that. All right, perfect. We're going to leave that for now on daily. On 4 hour, again, I'm expecting a little bit more of a ranging zone in here, right? So, again, look at that. Maybe we can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and maybe, if we're lucky enough, right at the dynamic reactor, a breakthrough, retest, and now we go. Again, I'm not calling the long now. I'm just calling the pattern. Yeah, I do need proof of retrogrades. Yes, absolutely. Although I'm following the advice of the magician and not only got my tinfoil hat, but I also got my crystal ball to see if I can see the future there. All right, guys, let's wrap it up with the tinfoil hat, guys. Love it. Yes, this is the true power, right? The crystal ball. Here we go, mixed with the tinfoil hat, guys. Let's wrap it. This bone. All right, let's take a look at bone. Oh yes, correct. You got it. What is it? Bone, and it was 4 hour, right? All right, redo analysis. Still too early. Maybe I just was too desperate to know what happened. So we hit the line. We're seeing what is this? What is this candle called? This candle, it is a what? Doji candle. Yes, I know. Absolutely. doji candle, indecision candle, right? We're still above the zero line. I'm still calling for my first plan A long. Again, no financial advice, guys. And by the way, where do you enter when you have a buy signal? Do you enter on the buy signal, or where do you enter? On hell no, exactly. We do not enter right on the candle. We enter on the exactly on the retest. Yes, you guys know the drill. Yes, absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for participating on today's TA talk. Remember, all the TA talks from now on are free for all. Basically, you don't need to be part of the premium community. If you're not part of the premium community, you are missing out. Go check out the packages that we have to offer for you. And if you don't believe me, believe our community right here. I mean, we have a blast every single day. We have a live analysis, live class. We keep touch on every single trade that we take in or take on. So, I mean, it's usually amazing. And a special shout out for MMS, Deep Magician, Rigi Classic, Major Pain, Mr. J, Lex G, Jakey, of course, Ninja MJ, of course, Non Lethal, RC2, and Little Fish. Guys, you guys are awesome. Special thanks for you guys. Always outstanding with your support on the classes, with your participation. That is the most cherished thing that I appreciate about you guys. Your participation, your knowledge, and how interesting you make the classes, right? And yeah, if you want ever throw hard questions to me, I'm all here for it. So I love challenges. So love hard question, guys. So again, stay prime and see you tomorrow.